Hey everybody, what's happening? Sammy the Brewer and who? Well, come here and say hello.
Hi.
My wee Sarah.
I'm playing on my dad's old phone.
She's playing on her dad's old phone. Okay, out you go.
Okay. I get to show you guys my front flip. I can land it.
Yeah, she wants to show you guys her front flip. Either way, tonight, Saturday, nights are getting a little cooler. I'm a big fan of stouts. Huge fan of stouts. So, a few weeks ago, Dan from Taylor Brewing cruised on up here, and I introduced him to Sawdust City Brewing. So I stopped by the guys at Sawdust City Brewing, so Rob and Sam. Thank you so much for the hospitality because the staff was awesome. And I picked up a few bottles of this. It's called 1606. This is a barrel-aged raspberry stout. Now, I believe this is aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. And I have had this beer before. I had it at Session Muskoka this past year at their beer festival, and it was just amazing. Now, the one really cool thing is that Aaron Spinney, the assistant brewer there, he apparently grew some raspberries, and they topped the beer with a raspberry puree from raspberries that he grew in his backyard, which I think is just aces, because the beer was just... I actually have goosebumps. Check that out. I actually have goosebumps thinking about it. It was really good. So Aaron, Sam, Rob, and the rest of the gang at Sawdust City, cheers. And thanks again so much for your hospitality. So, we're going to crack into this. I did pick up a few bottles of this. So, this is the first one of this. And I'm so excited. It's, like I said earlier, barrel-aged raspberry stout, 5.7 ABV. The ingredients are, surprise, water, barley, malt, oats, hops, and raspberries. Huh! Now, I stupidly forgot bottle opener. So let's see what a university degree does. See if I learn anything in residence. Here we go. Oh, almost. This is probably like almost sort of sacrilegious. Yep, bastard. Come on. There we go. Third time's a charm. So a fair amount of smoke coming off that. Oh. I've sort of forgotten. Well, I haven't forgotten. The nose off the bottle is just incredible. But let's just check and see how this thing pours. Nice head, as one would expect from a barrel-aged beer. Now, here's a little cool, but that's okay. Nose is you get a huge amount of tannins. Huge amount of tannins off of it. Which is really exciting. Anyways, my wife's home. Back in a bit to finish this off. Cheers. Sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, so crazy, like oaky, tannic nose. With just a hint of raspberries coming off there. And oh, cheers. Cheers, you guys. Happy Saturday, by the way. Delicious. The oak and a slight acidity comes forward, like boom, right out of the barrel for this beer. It's like it's in the forefront, and then on the back side, as it finishes, you get a really nice subtle bitterness from the raspberries. And I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm so glad I bought more than one bottle because I'm going to be aging a few of these, and we'll try them in a year and sort of see how things sort of progress. But wow, that is That's a really, really, really great beer. Now the cool thing is it's Saturday night. It's getting a little dark, getting a little chilly. Got a fire lit in the backyard. I'm gonna savor this for the rest of the night. But yeah, I mean, head retention is awesome. A nice, like, dirty, creamy head. And I mean, there's just a, as the beer warms, which is, I'm so glad I waited. As it warms, there's a subtle note of chocolate that really, really, really lends itself well to the acidity you get from the aging in the wine barrel. I'm assuming it's a wine barrel. I'm pretty sure it's a Cabernet Sauvignon bottle, if I remember right. But there's definitely some really great oakiness that comes forward, and the tannins are there. They're just like, they hit you right in the face, and then the rest of the beer just sort of drops itself off, and it finishes nice and clean. I would say an amazing mouthfeel on this beer. It's not like your traditional stouts where it's sweet and coats your mouth, because the tannins and the acidity from the wine barrel, it finishes exceptionally clean, and there is residual residue. Hardly any residual residue in my mouth there. But wow, that's awesome. That's really, really good. So yeah, I've got 2 more of these bottles in my cellar downstairs that are aging, and I'm so glad I did, like I said earlier. But yeah, this is really, really cool. Now, the one thing I really wish I did have is some fresh raspberry puree to over the top of it, because I think that would add when I remember back to session, which was a couple months ago, it adds a really, really, really great fruit dynamic to the beer, with some really amazing, like, raspberry sweetness, which is then complemented exceptionally well by the tannins and the slight acidity that's in this beer. So it's a really neat, it's almost like a yin and yang type of thing. But yeah, this is, wow, really, really good. Man. So if any of you guys are up in Gravenhurst Way, I urge you to stop by Sawdust City Brewing Company. And if they still have some of this, pick up a bottle. They may have it on tap. You never know with these boys. Anyways, they're doing some really great stuff. Do some amazing. They had a brilliant Berliner Weiss on at session, which was just out of this world. It was great. It was awesome. It was like 2.5%, 3%, but it was just like so, like, not overly soury. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm focusing on the 1606 right now. So 1606. A barrel-aged raspberry stout from Sawdust City Brewing Company in Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. If you can't find it, sorry. If you can, buy it. It is aces. Anyways, you guys, this is Sammy the Thrifty Brewer saying, if you're going to do something to do with a home brewer, in this case, a really kick-ass beer, and by all means, keep calm and brew on, and please, most importantly, be safe. Please be sure to like, subscribe, thumb to the video. The subscribe button is down below. Please make sure you click on it. Anyways, you guys, cheers. Thanks so much again. Cheers. Take care. All the best. Please be safe. Cheers.